In this segment, we're going to talk about the post category. If you move over into your dashboard after you log in, you will see the menu over here on the left-hand side, and you can drop down that menu. We have Posts, Add New, which stands for Add New Post, the categories that the posts actually fall into, and Post Tags. If you go ahead and go into Post, it's going to bring up the list of posts. It usually puts out about 15 or so posts on a page. And you can go into one of the posts and edit the information inside. This is the general out-of-the-box look and feel. We'll go over these buttons pretty quickly here. This is bold, which bolds words. Italics, strike through. You also can make a list of items by doing that. List 2, list 3. You can turn this list into numbers instead. Number 1, 2, 3. You can also make block quotes, which will indent normally, like that. You can align things left and right. I'm still in the block quote. I'll take it out of the block quote. So you can align things to the left, the center, to the right. You can also make links by using this button. It pops up a box, type in a link, and hit enter. You also have some other options to open in a new window if you would like to, or make a title. This class will also assign whether it should be aligned left or aligned right. Normally you don't have to worry about this. And then we have a More button. This More button will actually put in, I'm going to go ahead and erase this. This More button, if you had a paragraph of text and you were making a news post, you would use this More button to print out the Read More link on a summary page or an archive page. So you could say, this is my story summary, and put in this More link, and it's going to drop down this More, and then anything that you type below this line will show up on the next page, on the full-length article page. Speaking of this summary, sometimes what is used is this excerpt. This excerpt is made for exactly what it is, an excerpt of the story, which leads you in to further into the full length article. This is used sometimes, so this is an excerpt. Maybe the only thing that shows up on the home page or the front page or the archive page, but then when you link into the single page where it's the full article, you'll actually get the full text. You normally don't have to worry about trackbacks. And custom fields are actually custom fields that will be set up for example, if you are listening to a certain kind of music and you wanted to track all the music that you listen to while you're writing a post, you could actually make that a custom field. So you usually have a name, which would be music, and a value, which would be Jack Johnson, and that's what you're listening to, or your mood, or something like that. It's also used for printing out sources, such as a newspaper that you are referencing or whatnot. They can be used for all sorts of things. Down below is whether you want to allow comments or not, or allow trackbacks or not. Trackbacks is when someone references your URL on another page. That is it's tracking back to your website. And then you have the list of comments that have been made on this particular post right here. And of course you have the ability to unapprove, reply to that user, edit the post, or spam or trash it. If there are multiple users on the site, then you can choose which user, which author this actually is for the article or post. Back up to the top on the buttons, you also have a spell checker. You have a full screen mode, which just takes it to the full screen. You also have this, which looks like a bunch of little computer buttons. You can click that and it actually drops down another layer of editing buttons and kind of WYSIWYG functionality. So you have paragraphs and you have different headers here, different styles that you can incorporate inside of your text. You have, of course, the underline here. You have justified a line, justified all the way. You have different colors that you can choose. These two buttons here is if you're importing from a Word document. So you're copying or cutting from a Word document and pasting into this spot here. Will actually strip out all the Word tags, Microsoft Word tags, and replace them with your tags that are set up for your specific site. Next we have the removing the formatting. If you want to remove the formatting from something, for example, taking away that underline. This is for movies, embedding media. This is for custom characters. There's all sorts of custom characters in here, such as the copyright or registered or trademark symbol, which is a good example. This is if we did make a new list here. Let's go ahead and make one list. Oops, excuse me. List 1, list 2, list 3, and we also want to do list 3A, and we wanted to indent that. Then we could do it just like this. List 3B, list 4, and put it right back where it was. This is, of course, undo and redo, and then help. Over here, if you do know HTML, you're welcome to go into the HTML and see HTML markup that actually makes all this stuff work. Over here on the right, we have preview changes. If we click preview, then it's going to open up a new page for us, which has the text laid out on how you would see it on your screen before you actually publish the post or update the post. To update the post, you would actually click update, and that will refresh the page and make it live on your site. Over here, you can also change the status from published to pending review or draft. You can also make it a public or private post. So if it's private, you have to be logged in order to see it. If it's a password protected post, then you would actually stick in a password for this particular post and allow people not to view it unless they have that password. Below here is categories. Categories are used for certain types of posts. Let's say you run a food blog, then you might want to have an Italian or Chinese or savory or sweet, different categories to represent different groups of items. And you can also do that with post tags. These can also be used in different ways on how you want to organize your content within your blog or website. The last thing is the featured image, which is covered in another screencast on how to deal with images. But to set a featured image, a featured blog post image, you would actually just click this, which would pop up a box, and you can choose the image that you would like to upload. So that's kind of the overview of the post screen. And if you have any questions, of course, you can contact us at farout.com or 804-915-7134.